Hello, I am Gauri. Let us see printing of textile. Coming to definition, what is printing? Printing is localized application of a dye or a pigment to a fabric to generate specific pattern or a design. In dyeing, the color is applied to whole or complete fabric, whereas here it is applied to only the specified design or design part. Now here thick dye paste is used, and it also requires some thickening agents. There are different types of printing. So first is block printing method. The design is carved on a wooden block which is smeared, poured with or dipped in a dye paste, and then it is stamped on the fabric. So each separate block, each separate color and design will require separate blocks. Now next method is stencil method. So this is stencil method. So here this is a design. So here in cutout portion the color is poured. So a design shape is cut out on a piece of thin, hard, non-absorbent material. When it is placed on the fabric and the color is sprayed or brushed in the cutout portion. Now next is machine roller printing. This machine roller printing. The design is carved on a set of copper surface rollers. So this design is carved on this different rollers. So this is roller number 1 having first design, this is roller number 2 having second design, and normally at last the background color is applied. So here the design is engraved on set of rollers. The number depending upon the number of colors and designs. The rollers are situated in sequence round the circumference of a large pressure cylinder whose surface is padded and is protected from staining by the dye stuff being pressed through the printed fabric. So here this is a large cylinder, it is rolling, which is covered with the fabric which is to be printed. This is design number 1 roller, this is design number 2 roller which is also rotating, and this is background color roller. So this fabric is well protected from spreading of this design's color. So normally this is used in industries. So this is a rotating large cylinder which is covered with the fabric to be printed. This is design number 1 roller, this is also rotating. This is design number 2 roller, it is also rotating, and normally the background color is applied at last. So this method is machine roller printing method. Now next is screen printing method. So it uses number of screens depending upon the number of designs and colors. So there are again 2 methods, manual method and automatic flatbed method. So and rotary screen printing method. So screen in manuals, this is manual method, manual screen printing method. Here the screen with length which is greater than the fabric width is fitted on a wooden frame. The design to be printed is transferred to the screen. The color for separate color there is separate screen. So the coloring material only pass through that part of the design which is to be in one color. So here one more, it is known as squeeze. So squeeze means it is small blade which is used to spread the color throughout the screen. This printing paste is pressed through the screen with the help of this squeeze. Now semi-automated process using screen printing. Colors are printed one after another with time, which is adjusted according to the drying time. So coming to automatic screen printing. So this is automatic screen printing method. Automatic screen printing. Here the flatbed screen printing machine. This is a flatbed screen printing machine. Here where the fabric remains stationary and the screen moves on a carriage. So this is a fabric and the screens are moving. So this is screen number 1, this is screen number 2. This screen number 1 is having different design, this screen number 2 is having different design. Here the fabric remains stationary, whereas the screens with different designs and different colors are moving. So this is a stationary fabric and this is a screen number 1 which is moving. This is screen number 2 which is moving. So these processes also require some finishing, so which will be covered in next part. So this is known as fully automated screen printing machine. So it is flatbed screen printing machines where the fabric remains stationary and the screen moves with a carriage one after another. Now next is again automatic is roller screen printing. Here this is a continuous method. This is automatic rotary screen printing method. So continuous movement of the fabric has been achieved in rotary screen printing machines. This is by moving the screen along with the fabric while printing. The screens are cylindrical. So let us consider this diagram, then it will be more clear. So what happens here? This is automatic process. So this is a fabric is rolled around this larger cylinder and there are number of screens. These are screen rollers. This is design number 1 screen roller. This is design number 2 screen roller. This is design number 3. This is design number 4. This is squeeze. And this is last one. Normally it is a background color. Now just consider enlargement of this one roller, so it will be more clear. So here the print paste is applied at the center. Here this is a screen. This is a screen where design is carved. Now this is open design part. Here is this is a squeeze blade. This is a fabric. Now this is a level control. So this is enlargement of one roller. Just consider any design. So this paste is applied at the center. This is a design part. As this fabric as this roller comes down, what will happen? The color will come through the screen and it will be printed on the fabric. Now it is cut with the squeeze. It is cut with this, means paste is cut with this squeeze blade. So in industries this method is generally used. So this is a large rolling cylinder around which the fabric to be printed is rolled. There are different screen rollers, their number depending upon the number of designs and colors. Normally the background color is applied at the last. So this method is rotary, this is automatic rotary screen printing method. So this is guide roller. So this is one roller screen, this is just enlargement of one screen roller. Coming to, so what happens in screen printing? The screens with different designs are moving one after the another, whereas in this roller printing method, the rollers with different designs, they are continuously rolling around the fabric. This fabric is also rolling on a large cylinder. This is the guide roller. So now next, coming to these different elements of the design. So first is the structural design. Structural design. So this design will vary according to the type. So if it is a fabric production, it takes into account the basic processing fiber types, fibers and yarns, and variations in weaving, knitting, and the stages at which color is added. So it will depend upon weaving and knitting type. Now suppose if it is a dress, suppose a dress is designed, it refers to basic cut silhouette of the garment. So suppose money pocket is attached to the garment. So in garment it will be different. Now applied design is the part of the design which has been superimposed on basic structure. So on fabric finishes, dyeing, printing, so these dye types, they are also very important. So designer should maintain the texture and other qualities of the fabric while printing. He should know the types of dyes and other things. So suppose there is a garment design, it includes the trims, notions, fasteners, which add value to the final product. So trims, notions, pockets and other things, so it will add value to the final product. So depending upon the type, the designs will vary. Now this color is important aspect of for designer. So color is important for, it may be a apparel, it may be household, it may be it may be a fabric for commercial use. So next is color theory. This color theory, it is important. So color can be defined as reflection of light striking the surface of an object. What is color? It is reflection of light striking the surface of the object. So these light rays of short wavelength, they are grouped as receding or restful. So this short wavelength are green, blue and purple. Now these longest wavelengths are red, orange, yellow, which are advancing and stimulating colors. Now there are color is specified in three aspects. So this is hue, second is value or intensity, and chroma. So there are two types of colors, primary colors and secondary colors. So these colors cannot be produced by mixing any other color. So these primary colors are red, yellow, blue. Secondary colors, these are made by mixing two primary colors. They are orange, green, violet. Tertiary colors are these tertiary colors. These are made by mixture of two primary colors. Now coming to this color wheel. So this is a color wheel. So the first primary color, it is yellow. The second primary color, it is red. Third primary color is blue. So secondary colors are mixed. This yellow and red is mixed. It will give secondary color. Okay. Now this tertiary color, they are made by mixing one primary and one secondary color. So this tertiary it is made by mixing one primary and one secondary color. Now next is value or intensity. So this value describes the lightness or darkness of a hue or color, which is referred to as tint or shade. So white has maximum value, which is 10, and black has minimum value, which is 0. So this is a color wheel. So designer should know this. So this is a chart. So coming to white color. What is white color? White color is having value 10. Now black color, it is having value 0. So this is known as tint. Coming to white shade, coming towards white shade, it is known as tint, whereas coming to this black side. So this is a chart. So coming to black side, this is known as shade. So this chroma or intensity is the brightness or purity of the color. Now the dullness results when color is blended with other color, specifically with the color which is opposite on the color wheel. So what will happen? Dullness will come if two colors which are having opposite values on this color wheel, they are mixed. Dullness will, so this should be avoided to mix the opposite colors on the color wheel. Now next is recognizing the color. So normally these colors, they are also named with the help of natural sources. We say that ruby red, carrot red, tomato red, brick red. So these colors, they are named by some natural resources also. Now this, whenever these color sheet charts are provided for industrial purposes. So this is a Pantone color chart. So this is a Pantone color chart. So for textile product system, using numbers and which will indicate all possible hues, tints and shades of varying intensities. So they are given different code numbers. So this is known as Pantone shade chart. So colors with different intensities and different numbers. This is a Pantone color chart. So designer normally have this color charts. Now coming to dyeing. So this dyeing is very rarely done at the fiber stage. So fiber stage very rarely it is done. Now dyeing is done at yarn stage, helps to create different designs. So woven strips, checks, plaits, and even simple chambres. So one vertical yarn and horizontal. So this woven strips, checks are, so this is dyeing at yarn stage. Now dyeing at fabric stage is most common method. So designer should know the dyeing means type of the dye and also the fabric type, so that the texture and other qualities of the cloth is maintained. Now coming to color, this color can also be added at the fabric stage by painting, embroidery, patch and applique work. This embroidery with different colors, it is also one of the process. Now this color schemes, there are two types, related and contrasting schemes. So related schemes have at least one hue in common. So first number one is monochromatic harmony, which is a harmony based on one hue, single hue. So single color with varying intensity. Now achromatic harmony, it uses neutrals such as combination of black and white. Accented neutral utilizes one hue and neutral or an achromatic color. Now analogous harmony, it refers to a color combination using two or more hues lie side by side on color wheel. So this understanding of color wheel, it is very important. Now there are different contrasting schemes also. In contrasting schemes, what refers to a harmony using two hues that lie directly opposite to one another on color wheel. Color wheel is important. So color wheel consists of yellow, red and blue. So double complementary has two pairs of complements generated neighbors on the color wheel. Now there are again split complementary, analogous complementary and triadac complementary. So this triadac harmony, it uses three hues that is equidistant from one another on color wheel. So three colors which are chosen from color wheel which are equidistant on the circle, Now this texture is also very important for any fabric. So how to understand about the texture? So how it looks, whether it is shiny, dull, opaque, dense, transparent or translucent. Now how it behaves, it hangs, whether the fabric remains straight, stiff, sticking out, clinging, flowing. So when we wear the dress, whether it sticks to our body, whether it clinges, whether it requires ironing and other things. Now most important is how it feels, whether it is a soft, crisp, harsh, smooth. So the designer should design also the fabric dyeing, then colors, all these should maintain the quality of the dress or any fabric. Now factors which determine the texture are, number one is fiber content. So what will affect the texture of the this fabric? Number one is fiber type, whether it is a natural or man-made. So cotton is best natural fiber. So its length, its lineness and the surface characteristics. Now this yarn processing and yarn type, these methods of processing also, they also affect the texture, whether it is a twist inserted during processing or fineness of the yarn while processing. So yarn type, that is simple, complex, novelty or textured. Now fabric construction technique, weaving type of the weave, whether knitting, felting, braiding, lace making. Now fabric finishes, stiffening. So finishing is will be covered in next. So finishing process, there are different finishing processes: starching, sizing, gumming, steaming. There are different. This is also important. Now this. So nowadays what happens, some designers, they used Adobe Photoshop. They use Adobe Photoshop and selected different qualities such as matte, gloss and translucent, and this pattern was obtained. So this is Adobe Photoshop. Now Adobe second design, it is created by Adobe Illustrator. So this is, it also uses 3ds Max. This is a studio. So this Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator and this 3ds Max. So this selecting different options, this design was created. Please subscribe it. In next video we will come to different finishing processes which are also important for a designer.